Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying the Eurofinance as much as I am. And if not, let me try and change that. My name is Elliot Nordstrom, and I have the honor to have 10 minutes of your time. I have 10 minutes to tell you that non-financial companies in Europe are sitting on a cash pile of 1 trillion euros. I have 10 minutes to tell you that every day in the money market sector, $3.2 trillion are being traded. That means by the end of my presentation, roughly $20 billion will have traded hands. So I should really make the most out of my 10 minutes and tell you how a company from Switzerland is revolutionizing the way that these trades are being done. Actually, let's look at that. How are these trades being done today? Shockingly, 1/3 of all money market transactions are still done on the phone, and the other 2/3 are mostly chat and email. So you see, the process itself is quite inefficient. I think we can agree on that. But I think actually the potential reaches far further than that, because 45% of all money market transactions still happen within one country. So with these kind of self-imposed geographical boundaries, I might argue that you're not actually trading at the best price, simply because you're not seeing the counterparty offering it. So if you ask me if there's something that could be enhanced, I'd obviously say yes, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have a job. But also, I'd actually like you to imagine, what if you could just log into a digital network that enables a global community of borrowers and lenders to actively engage with each other, all within one convenient ecosystem. So if you ask me if something can be done to improve this process, I'd say yes, with Instimatch. Because our mission is to create a global network of trusts, enabling counterparties across the globe to conduct money market transactions with each other, effortlessly and frictionlessly. So let's actually have a look at what we have to offer. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our beautiful web-based interface. And I think it's a bit complex, so let's break it down together. So let's start at the top right, or left actually. So here we see our different offerings. We have our unsecured money market, which we call Money Match, and that is our focus for today and our main offering. But next to that, we offer electronic commercial papers, repos, and a money market funds offering with our partnership with Goldman Sachs. Below that, we have several settings to give you full control. Additionally, we have an economic and holiday calendar to give you the information you need right when you need them. And below that, we have Instimatch, where, as the name says, you can chat with every person in our ecosystem. But actually, you can do a lot more than just that. But let's get back to that later. Let's focus on the top of the screen. Here, in the top left-hand side, we have 4 action items that let you manage your quotes and prices in the grid. And next to that, we have a media news banner where the most recent trades flow in an anonymized manner, of course. Below that, we have our trading inbox, where trading activity comes in that you want to take notice of or action on. But ladies and gentlemen, let's really get to the sweet spot. Let's look at our pricing grid. Here you see your terms and tenors for the selected currency up top, associated with the amount and the corresponding bids and offers. Once you've located the term and tenor of your interest, you can just click on the row and see it expand so that you see the counterparty with the associated bid and offer rate. So let's just take a step back and realize what we already did just now. We just did instant price discovery, and in a traditional way, this would have not been possible. We just did this with a few clicks in a few seconds. And you know what else just takes a few clicks? Is telling the world, for example, that I'm a net euro lender. What I could do is simply hit the offer, get a nice little pop-up where I can enter the amount and rate that I'm willing to offer, in this case, overnight euro for, and then simply update the quote to see my 20 basis points in the grid and for everyone globally to see. Now, what you can also do, of course, with this use case is just check out the existing bids in the grid, right? So we see Umbrella Corporation, a fictional entity, of course, here, and we see that they offer an interesting 25 basis points. So let's actually click on that. I get a similar nice little pop-up where I can adjust the initial rate and the amount to make it suitable for me and send it back to, in this case, Umbrella Corporation and negotiate a deal with them. So you see it's with clicks instead of hasty phone calls and emails, within seconds instead of minutes or even hours, that you can do your price negotiation, price finding, and tell the world that you're a net euro lender, as we did. So here you see the similar screen, but just in blue, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is the other side of the market. So here we're looking at a company wanting to borrow money. Of course, all the steps I just took, they would have worked perfectly fine for the borrowing side as well, but I want to introduce you to a new way of engaging with Instimatch, and that is the request for quote. So once you've located the tab, you just click on it, fill out all the details, and then you can decide to whom you want to send out these requests. So you can send it out to counterparties that you already have a relationship with, meaning you're good to trade with them, or you can send it out additionally to banks or corporates that you do not have a relationship with yet, and just signal to them within seconds that you're, in this case, wanting to borrow euro. So let's submit this request, and here we really see the beauty of it, because with this pop-up, we really see what we're actually doing right now. We're actually dealing with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different counterparties all at once. And again, let's think about how we would do this traditionally. Maybe you could do 1 or 2 parallel negotiations at a time over phone or chat. But here you can do 4, 8, 16, 20, 30, 50, even 100 if you wanted to, because we make parallel negotiation easy. Let's actually expand this example, and let me show you another way to engage at Instimatch. So let's say you see a rate either in the grid or here in the request for quote, and you're not 100% satisfied with it. And you're quite confident with your negotiation skills, so you want to actually talk to the counterparty. What you can do is actually, once the rates come in, locate Instimatch. So here, once you find the person that you want to talk to, you can just hit the chat bubble, and then you get this nice little chat pop-up where you can exchange text messages, documents, and even trade and negotiate tickets all within the chat. And the beauty is, it's all transparently logged and viewed for both counterparties at all times. So let's again take a step back and remember the 20 billion US dollars that will have been traded throughout my presentation, which is, I think, in a couple of minutes. So with Instimatch, this could have been done easily and transparently. As a matter of fact, year to date, this year, we saw over 190 billion US dollars being traded over Instimatch. And if we compare that to 21, where we saw 85 billion US dollars being traded, we're on a good path to tripling our traded volume. We're honored to have 230 clients in over 29 countries. Tier 1 banks, multinational corporates across all sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a lot to soak up. So let me just sum it up and tell you why Instimatch. It's not just our disclosed order books that make it really easy for you to discover and negotiate prices. It's that, combined with an API for real straight-through processing that make you use Instimatch immediately without having to disrupt your current workflows. And it's that, combined with a unique brokerage-free offering of ours, because we create a global community where we treat everyone equally. Because with this democratic pricing model, it's regardless of whether you're a big bank or a small corporate. For a flat monthly fee, you get access to our disclosed order books and can save your company a lot of costs. I think you get the picture. We have a lot of exciting things already on our platform, but let's have a quick look at our pipeline, because to be honest with you, I'm at least as excited about that. Because we're talking about a high-velocity FX platform with multiple features, including real-time analytics for TCA, latency, and trading performance. We're talking about enhancing our repo and news and research portal to include state-of-the-art artificial intelligence. And ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about blockchain, an interface for our clients to safely and securely store and communicate KYC documentations, all on a private blockchain. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Elliot Nordstrom. You'll find me with my even more handsome colleagues right over there in the stands. If you have any questions, let me know.